Every year, students and staff at the University of Miami stand in long lines in the blazing sun, waiting to get on buses to go to Hard Rock Stadium for football games. Once students arrive at the stadium after the hour-long bus ride, they often find few fans and many empty seats.
One of the biggest factors that people don't go to Miami football games is that drive to Hard Rock every week.
One of UM's largest boosters, John Ruiz, recently proposed an idea to get more students and fans at the home games. And that idea was to build a stadium right here in Tropical Park. Hard Rock Stadium is a 17-mile drive from campus, making the trip to home games the third longest commute out of all of the Football Bowl subdivision schools. In comparison, Tropical Park is only a 3-mile drive from campus. However, Miami officials say that building a stadium is not their priority right now.
The stadium initiative has really been with folks from outside the institution. Our focus inside the institution right now is to create a football operations center which will take care of our student athletes 358 days a year.
But many students at are not going to the games because of the commute. Jeremiah Chaparro is a film student at the University of Miami. He is among the students that rarely go to games.
As a commuter student, I live 45 minutes away by public transportation. It's extremely hard to be able to come here on a Saturday. Then I have to actually get on the bus, and then there's the actual game. So all those variables very much sets me back almost an entire day when it comes to homework.
If there was a stadium closer to campus, Jeremiah and other students would be more willing to go to football games.
If the commute to and from, that stadium was a lot shorter, I possibly could do more football games during the semester, because that means I could get home at a more reasonable time.
I think that would be better for everyone. I feel like more students would go and the student section would be more hype. And it would just be easier because I know a lot of students, they don't want to go because the bus ride is so long.
Students that work at the football games also agree. Daniel Toll is a Coral Gables local and executive board member of Student Section Hype Group, Category 5. Members of Cat 5 are required to be at every home game 3 hours before kickoff.
Regardless of the time of the game, it's a full day affair. Whether we're at a noon game, we're waking up 6:30. By the time we get home, it's like easily 5, 6 o'clock. And a lot of that has to do with the stadium being so far away.
Toll believes having a stadium near campus would be much more convenient for students. But the idea of the stadium being built in Tropical Park has left him feeling conflicted.
It's kind of a bittersweet thing for me because growing up, I went there all the time with my family. I played baseball tournaments there. But I think with replacing what is currently there with something new and different, I think that would drive so many more people to the park, because the park is pretty vacant on any given day, and that's sad.
Ruiz released renderings of the new football stadium over the summer. The stadium includes 60,000 seats, a retractable roof, air conditioning, and luxury suites. The stadium would be funded privately using no taxpayer dollars. Miami-Dade locals in opposition to the proposed stadium created an organization called Save Tropical Park to inform the public of the park's biodiversity and endangered land. The organization was created 4 years ago when Ruiz initially began talking about building a new stadium.
This is a public park, meant for public consumption, open space, community-based organizations to run recreational events. And so our position is really that it's just not intended to be used for-profit commercial enterprises at all.
Tropical Park is in District 10 of Miami-Dade County. The former commissioner for District 10, Commissioner Javier Soto, is strongly against the idea of Tropical Park becoming a football stadium. But the decision is not only up to District 10 and their new commissioner, Anthony Rodriguez. The majority of all 13 Miami-Dade commissioners would need to vote in favor of Ruiz for the park to become a stadium.
I think what's important to know right now is the current status is it's really just an idea, and nothing has been submitted to the county.
In the meantime, locals will continue advocating for Tropical Park to remain as it is.
While we might support a stadium, it should be on private land and not publicly owned parkland.
For now, the university plans to focus their energy on making students have fun when they go to the games at Hard Rock.
There's no magic formula in being able to do this. There are stadiums that are on campus where student attendance is not very high. We have to make sure that the students feel like coming to the games is a great social environment, a place where they can be amongst their peers and their friends.
The fate of Tropical Park is still very much unknown. If you wish to sign a petition in the fight against repurposing Tropical Park, visit the below link. Reporting for JMM 245, I'm Simone Werner.